Sairam students, today we are going to do revision on story writing and informal letter. So all of you be ready with a pen and notebook to write all the important points that we are going to discuss today. So let us first start with story writing. What is a story? A story is a written account of an event or a course of events. It is usually written in a narrative style to describe an event that has taken place in past. It is a matter of fiction or your imagination. You have to be very creative to write an interesting story. Use easily understandable and grammatical structure or sentences so that it is easier for the reader to understand the story. A story should go with a natural flow of speech. It should not be very difficult or should not involve lot of dramas. Now let's revise how to write a great story. Your story needs to have an introduction, that is the beginning, then body, that is the middle part, and conclusion, that's the end. Then the introduction of the story is very important. The beginning should be striking and must evoke interest in reader's mind. Body is where the action and the plot develops. The main character will face difficulties such as opposition from other people or a challenging environment. Then conclusion is where the main character achieves a victory over his or her biggest challenge. The resolution should be satisfying and conclusive for the reader. Now let's see key elements of story writing. The key elements of story writing are characters, setting, plot, conflicts, theme and ending. Now characters are the person which you introduce in the story. They can be some animals or living or non-living things. They should have some meaningful dialogues. The dialogue should have some expression so that it gives the reader some kind of interesting material to read. Now here in characters, fewer is better. This is the golden rule for characters. Then is setting. Setting is a time frame and place where the story is set up. We should give good description to the setting. Give the description of the scene. Setting includes the location of the story, the context and the atmosphere where the story is happening. Then is plot. A plot should also be simple and interesting. This is the flesh and the muscle of the story. So the whole story revolves around the plot. Then is conflict. One must involve some matter of conflict in your story, just to make it more interesting and make the reader more inquisitive. The golden rule for conflict is it should be very intense but one. Then, whichever conflict you have introduced, you should use the characters to resolve the conflict. Then, the next is theme. Theme is the framework of our story. It includes the plot, setting, conflicts and characters. Then theme should be such that the reader can correlate it and can understand it in an easy way. This is the central idea or the main belief of the story. This is the backbone of the story. Now at the end you should resolve or you can give solution by yourself. Now let's see the title of the story. The title of the story provides the basis for the main characters and events in the story. The title should be interesting and easy to remember. Write the title using the title casing, in which the main words begin with capital letters. Avoid the using of quotation marks and punctuation marks in the title unless it is a sentence. Now let's see how to develop the outline. Think of a plot or a theme for your story. The plot of the theme gives a basic idea about the story. Write down the main points of your plot or theme to create an outline. Then arrange the points in the logical order. After that, connect the points naturally using appropriate words so that the story will read as well-written piece of composition. Now let's see few points to remember while writing a story. Present the living and the non-living characters in the story as speaking and behaving like human beings. Give names to the characters or places that you include to make the story more identifiable. Then, write the story in past tense. Use short sentences to write your story. Remember, if you write long winding sentences, the meaning of what you want to convey might be lost. Use direct and indirect speech of dialogues when introducing conversation between the characters of your story. Now students, there are different types of questions asked in story writing. Now sometimes an opening sentence is given and you have to develop a story with your imagination. Then a story can also be developed from a given title. Then sometimes a moral is given and you have to illustrate the moral with a story. Then a story can also be developed from a given outline. Then a picture composition can also be given as a story writing. Now students, with this we have completed the revision for story writing. Now all of you, for detailed explanation, must watch the previous video wherein the explanation is given in detail. Now students, let's start with the revision for informal letter. Now, what is an informal letter? An informal letter refers to a friendly letter. It is a personal letter written to friends or relatives. It is written in personal fashion. Why do we write informal letters? The letter can be used for some reasons like conveying message, news, giving advice, congratulate recipient, request information, asking questions, and so on. It is a personal letter written to whom you are familiar with, like friends, siblings, parents, or any other close ones. Here, one can afford to be friendly and make use of personal or emotional tone. Now, let us see the format of an informal letter. Now, while writing the format, we will write everything on the left hand side of the paper. First, we will write the address. Now here it is the sender's address, that is your address, or if the address is mentioned in the question, you will write the same address which is given in the question. Then just below that is the date. Below the date you will write greeting or salutation. Then just below that we will write body of the letter. Now body of the letter includes introductory paragraph, main body and conclusion. Now as soon as the body is completed, we are going to write the subscription, and just below the subscription we will write signature. Alright? Then let us understand all these step by step. The first one is address. The first thing to write is your address, that is the address of the writer. basically the sender's address, as I just said. The address should be accurate and complete. If the recipient of the letter is in another country, do not forget to write your country's name as well in the address. Then the next is date. Next, just below the address, we are going to write the date. This allows the reader to have a reference as to when the informal letter was written. He can then relate better to the content of the letter. The date preferably should be in expanded form. That is, for example, 29 July 2020. Now this is the standard format which we must follow. Then, is greetings or salutation. If it is a friend or someone close to your age, you can greet them by their first name, like Dear Alex. But if you are writing to your relative, like your mother, father, aunt, uncle, and so on, then you may greet them as such, for example, like Dear Mom or Dear Grandmother, and so on. And if you are writing to an elder person, someone you respect greatly, you can address them as Mr. or Mrs. Like, say, for example, you were writing a congratulatory letter to your teacher. It can be addressed as Dear Mrs. Ria. Then, the next is introductory paragraph. And now we begin writing the actual letter. The introductory paragraph sets the tone for the whole letter. You might begin by asking the recipient about their well-beings. Or you may say that you hope the letter finds them in good health and great spirits. The opening of informal letters should be casual and comforting. It must not be formal and direct as in business letters. Then let us see the body of the letter. The letter overall should maintain a friendly tone, but you have to adjust the language and the wordings according to who you are writing to. With a friend, you can afford to be very casual even. But if you are writing to an elder relative, you must be extremely respectful and considerate. One way to determine the tonality of your letter is to remember how you talk to the person in a conversation, and then apply the same syntax and sentiments to the letter. Then the next is conclusion. In the conclusive paragraph, sum up the reason for writing the letter. That is, summarize the letter. Say a meaningful and affectionate goodbye to the reader. And do not forget to invite the reader to write back or reply to your letter. It shows an attention to keep the conversation going. Then, after the body is done, we are going to write the subscription. Now, there is no one way to sign off informal letters. Since they do not follow a strict format, you may sign off as you please. Some commonly used phrases are, lots of love, yours lovingly, best wishes, or kind regards. Then pick the one that best suits the occasion and then simply sign your name below the greetings. Now for family members, you can write your loving son or your loving daughter or your loving nephew or niece. Or else you can write yours affectionately. Then for friends, we can write yours lovingly. Then just below this we will write signature. Now if the name is given in the question, then we will write the name which is mentioned in the question. But if the name is not mentioned, then we will simply write XYZ. Now never write your actual name. Alright? Now students, with this we have completed revision for informal letter. Now all of you must watch previous video for detailed explanation. Alright? Sai Ram and take care.